Using Read and Write Google with Schoology clarifies vocabulary and symbols, supports decoding of text, and offers an alternative for visual information or text because the student can hear the information in addition to seeing it. This video is about 4.5 minutes. It shows how to layer the Read Write Google extension in Schoology. Read Write Google is free for every student and staff member at Grossmont. One useful thing to note is at approximately the 3.5 minute mark, the video shows how to make an assignment or assessment so that one question is on a page. This is useful for a learner who may require less text at once, such as having only one question on a page.
These are directions for students and teachers when using Read and Write over the top of Schoology. This will make it so anything in Schoology can be read to the students. In this example, I'm going to use both the test quiz features and the assessments to show you how to do this. Teachers, watch this video to the end. The last part of this video is going to have some tips for how to set up an assessment and a test the best way for your students, especially if they're going to be using Read and Write. So in order to use a tool, you've got to turn a tool on. So you're going to go ahead and click on that purple puzzle piece and your tool is going to turn on. If you do not find this puzzle piece, you will have to go to the Chrome App Store and download that. You can click and drag this bar wherever you would like to have it. I'm going to suggest that you use the Hover Speech tool. When you use this tool, you leave your cursor.
The value of the number 154 can be represented in many ways.
And then it will read to you wherever your cursor is at. If it happens to go on and it's reading something you don't want to be read, you can always click pause or stop. This also works in the new assessments as well.
A picture below shows the dessert that Kara purchased for her birthday party.
If I kept this going, it would actually start reading everything to me. So you want to make sure that you know about the pause and the stop button so that you can stop that from happening. It will read to you the name of what this picture is called. To turn off Hover Speech, you just click on it, and now it's completely turned off. To change the voice, to speed it up or turn it down a little bit, you can click on the Settings feature and click on Options. Make sure that you adjust this so that what's best for you as the learner when you are listening to that voice when you need it. And that's it. That's how you can now have somebody read the test to you independently while you just keep on working and you have that tool there when you need it. Next, teachers, there are some tips that you need to know when you set up an assessment or the test quiz. So when using Schoology, it's going to do exactly what you ask it to do. By default, in a test quiz, all of the questions are going to be in a line, one after the other. This isn't always a good idea for learners because sometimes that's just too much information on the page. And especially if you're going to have students using Google Read Write. What you need to do is you're going to need to make sure that it's only one question per page, and you can do that in settings. But first, let me show you why. So I'm going to turn on my Hover Speech, and I'm going to go ahead and hover my speech.
The value of the number 154.
So it reads me the question, and then here I might be trying to decide and work out this problem, but I set my cursor here.
Question 2, 1 point.
It's just going to start reading that so that I don't have this error happen. If you set one question per page, then that will be sure not to turn on. The other reason is you may have students who choose to turn on the play button. I don't particularly like this because it will start at the very top right left-hand corner of the page and read everything to the students. This will continue the play even if they're not ready for it. So let me show you how to do that in settings. Inside of settings, you're simply going to go down the page to where it says paging using page breaks. One question per page is the choice that you're going to want, and then click Save. Once you do this on that test quiz, and let's say you save this for next year, if this is the copy that has this setting, that setting will stick with it from here on out until you change it. Inside of the new assessments feature, if you click on Setup, It's always a good idea to go through your settings. However, by default, the new assessments is automatically set up that's just one question per page. So there won't be a choice for you to choose here.